AMD Ryzen 9 7950X Review. The AMD Ryzen 9 7950X offers an improved performance compared to its predecessor and comes at a lower cost. However, this is offset by the extra hardware needed to make full utilization of it. Currently, it is the top processor on the market, requiring Intel Raptor Lake to surpass this level of performance. If you are looking to purchase the AMD Ryzen 9 7950X, keep in mind that a substantial investment may be required beyond just the graphics card. Alternatively, you may wish to consider buying one of the best gaming PCs preloaded with a Ryzen 9 7950X depending on what else needs to be changed. Although not unexpected, this is due to the age of the AM4 socket and Intel's transition to the LGA 1700 socket with its Intel Alder Lake chips. On a positive note, earlier AM4 cooling solutions can be used with the Ryzen 9 7950X. The Ryzen 9 7950X offers improved performance in comparison to the Ryzen 9 5950X, and the cost for this upgrade is likely to be higher than $699. The AMD Ryzen 9 7950X performs better than its predecessor and is priced slightly lower than the Core i9-12900K. It may become an even better value proposition over time due to upcoming Intel Raptor Lake processor price increases. The AMD Ryzen 7 7700X is a 16-core, 32-thread processor fabricated using a 5nm FinFET process from TSMC that has taken years to complete and appears worth the time invested. However, Intel's continued support for DDR4 means that the majority of consumers have not been able to access this latest technology. Intel's exclusive compatibility with next-generation memory, storage, and add-in cards has ended with the release of the AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, Ryzen 7 7700X, and Ryzen 5 7600X. If you want to use the Ryzen 9 7950X, you must upgrade your motherboard to an AM5 model. However, you can keep the same cooler used with an AM4 board. Although this may not result in huge savings, any cost savings are beneficial when building a system. The chip features 16 full performance cores that have a base clock of 4.5 GHz and a boost clock of 5.7 GHz, which is 40% higher than the Core i9-12900K's performance core's base clock and has a 12% higher boost clock compared to it. The Ryzen 9 7950X offers core speeds 32% higher than the Ryzen 9 5950X at its base clock, with a 16% increase in its maximum clock speed. Intel's AVX 512 instruction set is supported, which is designed with high-performance computing and floating-point compute-heavy applications such as video encoding, financial services, and simulation modeling in mind. AI is being implemented in various applications, including ray tracing. To ensure that the CPU is able to provide efficient inference, such as image correction, it is important to take advantage of the AVX 512 instruction set. McAfee could not provide further details on the potential of hybrid ray tracing across AVX 512-based CPUs and Radeon GPUs. Intel has decided to discontinue support for AVX 512 in Intel Alder Lake and Raptor Lake due to potential errors stemming from the instruction set being unable to be made compatible with the efficiency cores in these chips. The Ryzen 9 7950X may offer a performance edge in specific tasks over the 13th generation Intel Core i9-13900K, particularly for content creation and scientific research. It is yet to be seen if a hybrid ray tracking solution with an AMD CPU and GPU can be achieved, though the data from one of our benchmarks indicate that this instruction set may make a difference. The Ryzen 9 7950X features an integrated dual-core RDNA2 GPU, meaning that while waiting for graphics card bargains, users can still benefit from the onboard GPU. The AMD Ryzen 9 7950X is a high-performance processor. It offers exceptional single and multi-core performance, along with great performance for gaming and other media creation tasks. The Ryzen 9 7950X is a powerful processor that is usually only used by professionals, hardcore gamers, and tech enthusiasts who wish to have the most advanced hardware. The Ryzen 9 7950X is an impressive processor, but a comparison to the Intel Core i9-12900K isn't entirely fair, as the Core i9-13900K is expected to be released in the near future. Until then, it remains unclear if the Ryzen 9 7950X is the best processor of the year, though it can be said to be the best AMD processor on offer for consumer usage. The AMD Ryzen 9 7950X is a vast improvement over its Zen 3 predecessor. This processor outperforms every other processor on the market or falls within the margin of testing error. If you have the financial means and are considering making a larger purchase, this processor may be a suitable option.